seeing that the traitor was Ji-hyun's ex-boyfriend. Ji-hyun's mother was extremely surprised. Min-suk saw Ji-hyun's mother sitting in the car and quickly waved for the truck to stop, but it was too late. Kong and Bell drove the truck towards Tan and Ji-hyun's mother's car. The car could not withstand the pressure and exploded right now. Kong and Bell is upset. He did not expect the car to explode. He was extremely disappointed because he hadn't gotten the surveillance video yet, which was something worth $1 billion, and Min-suk behind him was secretly happy that as long as this person disappeared, this matter would be over. Min-suk picked up a brick, and when Kong and Bell wasn't paying attention, he hit the brick hard on this person's head in just a short time. Ji-hyun lost her only 2 relatives. The younger sister worked at a nightclub to help her mother pay off debts, then unfortunately passed away. The mother, who had just been released from prison, wanted to investigate her daughter's affairs, so she also encountered misfortune. The constant loss made Ji-hyun's heart go numb. In the end, she had no way to accept the truth and stood on the rooftop. Luckily, Soo-oh was always quietly protecting her side and ran to her. In time, it turned out that because her younger sister and mother passed away in succession, Ji-hyun locked herself in the house for days. Soo-oh called her, but she didn't answer. He knocked on the door, but no one answered, so he had to climb up to the window to try to break the glass and call Ji-hyun's name, but still no one in the room responded. After he smashed it many times, the glass door finally broke. Soo-oh immediately went into the house, but soon he was startled to discover that the room was unusually quiet. A terrifying image suddenly appeared in his mind. When he was young in a room like this, he witnessed his mother do something foolish. He slowly pushed the door and opened. At that moment, Ji-hyun suddenly walked out of the bathroom. Soo-oh breathed a sigh of relief. Soo-oh loudly questioned why Ji-hyun didn't speak up. Just now, Ji-hyun explained that she was taking a shower. She told Soo-oh to get out immediately. Ji-hyun finally couldn't take it anymore and sat down on the floor and cried. Actually, Soo-oh's hunch was not wrong. Just now, Ji-hyun really intended to do something stupid in the bathroom. Fortunately, Soo-oh ran there. In time, she heard Soo-oh's knocking on the door, so she stopped. But this wasn't over yet. Ji-hyun went to the swimming pool where her sister had an accident and drank a sip of strong alcohol. The scene of playing with her younger sister seems like it happened yesterday. She called Soo-oh, apologized to him, and said she wouldn't be able to pay him $1 million. Ji-hyun then thanked him for always helping her. Soo-oh realized something unusual in her words. He comforted her while trying to run as fast as he could. At that moment, a car traveling at high speed hit him, causing him to fall onto the road. He still has an unfinished thing. He can't die now. He didn't pay attention to the wound on his body. At this moment, the only thought in his heart was to protect Ji-hyun. Soo-oh promptly ran over, surprising Ji-hyun, but now she was no longer in the mood to think deeply. Seeing that Ji-hyun had made up her mind, Soo-oh walked to Ji-hyun's side and climbed up to the rooftop. Soo-oh took off his mask and told Ji-hyun about his unforgettable lifelong pain from when he was a child. He remembers when he was little when his mother just passed away, and his father always said it was his fault. Soo-oh couldn't help but cry. Ji-hyun also felt the intense pain hidden deep in Soo-oh's heart when she heard Soo-oh say he would jump down with her. Ji-eun pulled him back, and then both of them fell down the stairs. Although the stairs on the rooftop are not high, this still gave Ji-hyun a completely different perception of life. She moved out of that house filled with pain and rented an apartment with her best friend. Unexpectedly, on the first day of moving, she saw Soo-oh also moving into the apartment next door. Ji-hyun was extremely surprised. She wondered why he kept following her in the morning. He called the chef to prepare a cart full of breakfast to take to Ji-hyun's house, so Ji-hyun also invited Soo-oh to eat a meal she cooked to express her thanks. From then on, the two people's feelings gradually deepened. The two people were only separated by a wall, and suddenly discovered that they could clearly hear the other person's voice. Ji-hyun wondered if Soo-oh intentionally rented this house without soundproofing. Soo-oh was confused and could only use an excuse to let the matter go. Soo-oh didn't know anything about Ji-hyun's change in mentality before she thought that she was alone in this world, but now she realizes that Soo-oh is always by her side, even though he often angrily scolded her. He didn't realize the warmth he brought to her. They then began to publicly investigate. Ji-hyun searched for witnesses present at the scene around the accident site, and Soo-oh went to Kong and Bell's workplace from the story of the girl working at the nightclub. Soo-oh learned that Kong and Bell was the one who introduced Ji-eun to his room that day. Moreover, after Ji-eun had an accident, this man also received a large amount of money and even exchanged it for a new car. The police announced that Kong In-bel was the one who caused the accident that caused Ji-hyun's mother to die. Suo feels that this is not just a coincidence. Why did Kong In-bel kill Ji-hyun's mother? Suo then investigated Kong In-bel's call history and discovered that he had called Min-suk many times. As for Min-suk, he went to find Chae-ah and asked her for billion won. Furthermore, he didn't even explain the reason. Unexpectedly, Chae-ah agreed. Min-suk didn't say much but just took Chae-ah to the house of the guard, who revealed the original surveillance video. He told the guard that because the guard kept that video so 3 people died. He threw the suitcase on the floor and told the guard to take it and leave far away. Min-suk also threatened the security guard that if any problems occurred in the future, he and his family would be retaliated against. Chae-ah standing in front of the door was extremely frightened. She did not expect that Min-suk, who usually looked polite, could say such things for the first time. She felt the fear of the man in front of her, but the next day, Chae-ah had restored her normal appearance. She not only introduced a TV station director for Min-suk to get to know but also gave him a gift after returning home. Min-suk opened it and immediately panicked because inside is a tie that he wore when he murdered Kong In-bel. Apparently this tie had also fallen off the cliff with Kong In-bel at that time. But now it appeared before his eyes. Min-suk thought he had hidden it very well, so right now he was extremely panicked. A few days ago, Kong In-bel drove a car and hit the car that Ji-hyun's mother was sitting in, ultimately causing Ji-hyun's mother to die. After that incident, Min-suk attacked him with a brick, but clearly the brick's attack power was not enough. The two chased each other up the mountain, resulting in the already injured and bleeding Kong In-bel being pushed down the cliff by Min-suk, a strong survival. Instinct made him grab Min-suk's tie tightly, but Min-suk had no intention to ignore Kong In-bel because he was the one who bribed Kong In-bel to cause the traffic accident before. Furthermore, he knew clearly that he was hiding the truth of Ji-eun's death in the swimming pool, so he couldn't let Kong In-bel survive. Even though Kong In-bel begged him, he still slowly took off his tie, letting Kong In-bel just fall, but Min-suk doesn't understand why. That tie fell into Chae-ah's hands. It turned out that Kong In-bel was not dead, but because he was still raising his family he did not dare to take revenge, so he had to go to Chae-ah and reveal to her Min-suk's true face. After knowing the truth, Chae-ah is still grateful to Min-suk for hiding the swimming pool incident for her. She had no intention of revealing Min-suk's behavior. She just asked him to discuss everything with her first to handle this matter smoothly. Chae-ah went to Kong In-bel's hideout and gave him 1 billion won in cash and asked him to leave and never appear again, but this scene was seen by Ji-hyun. They're obviously doing some mysterious deal, so to find out the truth, Ji-hyun went to work at a restaurant that had many relationships with Suo. Chae-ah expressed dissatisfaction with Ji-hyun's presence. After all, she was still Suo's fiancée in name, but Chae-ah still politely asked if we had met before. Ji-hyun admitted that she had carried things to help Chae-ah before then while no one was paying attention. Ji-hyun silently investigated Chae-ah's company's documents. She also put a recording pen in the pen holder when she was about to leave. She accidentally heard the conversation of 2 brothers, Suo and such. At this moment, Ji-hyun knew that Suo, always so radiant, had suffered the pain of losing a loved one since childhood. As for Min-suk, he remembered what happened in the past 2 days. If he doesn't quickly deal with Kong In-bel, he doesn't dare to imagine what will happen in the future. So he went to Kong In-bel's former office and rummaged around, finally finding a secret book on the ceiling when he was about to leave. Kong In-bel attacked him from behind. Kong In-bel squeezed Min-suk's neck. He was extremely resentful of Min-suk, who turned him into a homeless dog and had to run away everywhere. Min-suk had just found the notebook, so he told Kong In-bel that I would help you escape. Only then did Kong In-bel let go. MSO then went to Suk-hal and handed over the secret notebook to him. Seeing his name on the notebook, Suk-hal, who was arrogant, immediately became afraid. It turned out that it was a notebook containing a list of drug buyers at Kong In-bel's place. Once this list is made public, Suk-hal will not be able to become the heir of the Chan tycoon family. Furthermore, he will also be imprisoned if this notebook is made public. Min tells him to make Kong In-bel innocent so his dirty secret will be covered. On the other hand, from the reporter, Ji-hyun knows that the police have stopped investigating Kang In-bel.
This part ends here. For knowing what happened next, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.